Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you today? Hopefully we are always in good condition. Who I respect Mr. Professor Dr. Sutarto Hadi MSc SC, Miss Rahmita Nurbaiti MPD, and Miss Kamalia MPD as a lecturer in Mathematics English courses. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tiara Paramita. My ID number is 211-011-81200008 from Group 9 in Mathematics English courses. Today, I will explain about the last second mapping. Today, I will explain about the last second mapping. In material is trigonometry. Trigonometry in 3 point is vocabulary, video, and example. Okay, we can go to the first material is vocabulary. Vocabulary 1 is sine. Sine is the ratio of the length of the right angle triangle between the opposite sides of the angle to the hypotenuse of the triangle, or front side divided by hypotenuse. Example, from picture here, we have seen sine alpha. Alpha in here, so sine alpha is side here is opposite side, and side here is hypotenuse, and side here is adjacent. So sine alpha equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So opposite is y, and hypotenuse is r. So of sinus a, sinus alpha equals to y divided by r. Vocabulary 2 is cosines. Cosine or cos is the ratio of the side of a right angle triangle to the hypotenuse. Example, from picture here, alpha in here in triangle ABC. Let side here hypotenuse is r, side here is opposite is y, side here is adjacent x. So cosine alpha equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So x divided by r. Next, tangent. The tangent or tan is the opposite the angle divided by the side opposite the angle. Example, from picture here, alpha in here in triangle ABC. So, side opposite is y, side hypotenuse is r, and side adjacent is x. So, for tangent alpha equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So, opposite is y and adjacent is x. So, tangent alpha equals to y divided by x. Next is opposite sides. The opposite side is across from a given angle. Example, from picture here, let here is alpha. In triangle ABC, here is alpha. So, side in opposite from angle A, angle here is opposite. So, let here is alpha. So opposite side is here. Nah, here is alpha, so opposite this is. Let here alpha, so opposite is here. Okay. From picture here, we have side BC is opposite angle A. Let angle B is alpha beta. So sides AC is opposite angle B. Okay, next adjacent sides. The adjacent side is the non-hypotenuse side that is the next to a given angle. From example, in picture here, alpha in here in angle A or alpha is here. From the vocabulary part, we have opposite in here. So, from the here, the adjacent side is the non-hypotenuse side that is next to a given angle. So, side AC is adjacent to angle A. Let here is angle beta. Angle B is angle beta. Adjacent to angle B is sides BC. Okay. Next, hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest sides of a right triangle. The sides opposite the right angle. Now, example from picture here. From triangle ABC, alpha in here, hypotenuse is BC. Hypotenuse is yes, hypotenuse. Okay, not same as AC, not same as AB. Okay, so from the picture here, we have BC equals R is hypotenuse. Next, angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is the angle formed by the horizontal direction with the viewers A pointing upwards. We let we can yes, the viewers A pointing upwards, the horizontal. So from example is angle of elevation. So we can by here in here A is from here. So we can in object A. So this is an angle of elevation. This is a line of sight. Next is angle of depression. The angle of depression is the angle formed by the horizontal direction with the eye of the observer looking down. Example, from example 7, this is elevation. This is elevation, and depression is here, from here to here. In A's, from here to here, and this is angle of depression. The next, perpendicular axis. Perpendicular axis are axes that intersects and from right angle or vertical angle. Example, this is a perpendicular axis. Line L, perpendicular axis to I. So axis L perpendicular to axis I. So in angle siku-siku, angle right angle. Yes. 90 degrees. Next is Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem is that the square of the hypotenuse or the longest sides of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the two sides. So, example from Pythagorean theorem. From picture here, triangle ABC, alpha in here, and opposite sides is Y, hypotenuse is R, and adjacent side is X. Pythagorean theorem is hypotenuse square, hypotenuse square equals to adjacent side square plus opposite side square. So hypotenuse is BC or R is BC square or R square equals to adjacent side. Adjacent side is X is AC. So AC square or X square. And opposite sides equals to AB or Y. So AB square or Y square. So the Pythagorean theorem is BC square equals to AC square plus AB square, or R square equals to X square plus Y square. Okay, for picture here. Okay, the next material is video. Using trigonometry to solve for missing information. For acute angle E, sinus E equals to 5 divided by root of 41, and cotangent E equals to 8 divided by 10. Find the values of the other for trigonometric ratio. We can draw a picture here is triangle triangle DEF. DE is hypotenuse, EF is adjacent side, and DF equals to opposite sides. So let A equals to the adjacent sides of the right triangle. We know that cotangent A equals to 8 divided by 10. So cotangent A equals to A divided by 5 equals to 8 divided by 10. Okay, A divided by 5, we have, this is A divided by 5. So, A, cotangent A is 8 divided by 10. Okay, so A divided by 5 equals to 8 divided by 10. We can cross multiplying. 10A equals to 40. So, both end side we can divide it by 10. So, A equals 4. A equals 4. We can draw a picture new, and we got cotangent A. A equals to 4. So, A equals 4. In problem, sinus A equals to 5 divided by square root of 41. Sinus A equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So opposite side is 5 and hypotenuse is square root of 41, and A equals to 4. A is cotangent, A is here, EF. So, tangent A equals to opposite side divided by adjacent. From here, opposite side is 5 and adjacent we have 4. So, tangent A equals to 5 divided by 4. Cotangent A equals to adjacent divided by opposite side. Adjacent is 4 and opposite is 5. So, cotangent E is 4 divided by 5. Okay, the next material is example. First is example 13. The question is, a young tourist visiting Washington, D.C. fascinated by the size of the Washington Monument, which is 555 feet high. The 5-foot tall tourist stands 50 yards from the monument. At what angle, to the nearest degree, did he raise his head when he looked up the top of the monument? The solution is, from the question, we have the Washington Monument height is 555 feet. The tourist height is 5 feet, and the distance between tourist and monument is 50 yards or 150 feet. So we have particle height equals to Washington Monument height minus the tourist height. Washington Monument height is 555 feet and the tourist height is 5 feet. So 555 feet minus 5 feet. So 550 feet. So particle height is 550 feet. We can draw illustration from the information from the problem in the here. So we have picture here, and the particle height equals to the opposite sides, equals to 550 feet. The distance between tourist and monument equals to adjacent side. Adjacent side is 150 feet. And let x measure of the angle. X in angle here. So the formula is tangent x equals to the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. The opposite side is 550 feet and the adjacent side is 150. So 550 divided by 150. So equals to 3.6667. Both end side we can divide it by tangent. So x equals to r cosine tangent 3.6667 and x equals to 74.7 degrees, and we can run out. So x equals to 75 degrees. So the size of the angle as he raises his head to look over the monument is 75 degrees. Okay, the next example is example 40. Okay, the next example is example 14. The question is, the diagonal of a rectangle is 8 in long and makes 30 degrees with the longer side. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? The solution is, first we can draw an illustration from the information in the question. The diagonal of a rectangle is 8 in long, so we can draw a rectangle ABCD, and we we draw diagonal in BD is 8 in long and makes 30 degrees. So the angle ABD equals to 30 degrees. So the right triangle has a special angle equals to 30 degrees minus 60 degrees minus 90 degrees. The three trigonometric ratio sinus 30 degree equals to 1/2. Cosine 30 degrees equals to square root of 3 divided by 2, and tangent 30 degrees equals to 1 divided by square root of 3. So the ratio is AD to AB to BD equals to 1 to square root of 3 to 2. Next, we can draw a triangle here from the rectangle here. We can information in ratio trigonometric sinus, cosinus, and tangent. So the triangle here is angle is 30 degrees and opposite side equals to 1. Adjacent side equals to square root of 3 and hypotenuse equals to 2. So AB divided by BD equals to square root of 3 divided by 2. BD equals to 8. So AB divided by 8 equals to square root of 3 divided by 2. We can cross multiplying. So 2AB equals to 8 square root of 3. So with both end side, we can divide it by 2. So AB equals to 4 square root of 3. Next is AD divided by BD equals to 1/2. AD, BD equals to 8. So AD divided by 8 equals to 1/2. We can cross multiplying. So 2AD equals to 8. Both ends that we can divide it by 2. So AD equals to 4. And the perimeter is 2AB plus 2AD. So AB equals to 4 square root of 3 and AD equals to 4. So 2 times 4 square root of 3 plus 2 times 4 equals to 8 square root of 3 plus 8. So the perimeter of the rectangle is 8 square root of 3 plus 8. Okay, next, last example 15. The question is, what is the exact area of a square whose diagonal is 8 centimeter? The solution is, from the question, we have information square diagonal equals to 8 centimeter. So we can draw a rectangle and triangle here. Side here is X. So the side here is X. In the diagonal equals to 8 centimeter and angle is 45 degrees. So the triangle here is angle is 45 degrees and opposite side is 1, adjacent side is 1, and hypotenuse is square root of 2. So the three trigonometric ratio is sinus 45 degrees equals to 1 divided by square root of 2. Cosine 45 degrees equals to 1 divided by square root of 2. And tangent 45 degrees equals to 1. The ratio is 1 to 1 to square root of 2. Next, let x the side of the square here. Using the ratio like hypotenuse, like divided by hypotenuse. So 1 divided by square root of 2 equals to x divided by 8. We can cross multiplying, so x square root of 2 equals to 8 x times 1. So both and side, we can divide it by square root of 2. So x square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 equals to x divided by square root of 2. So x equals to 8 divided by square root of 2. Okay, the area is x square. X is 8 divided by square root of 2. So the area is 8 divided by square root of 2 square. The area is 8 square equals to 64 and square root of 2 square is 2. So the area is 64 divided by 2 is the area is 32 in square. So the area of the square is 32 in square. Okay, that's my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.